Hey folks, my name is GlennCondrey, and I'm a computer science major living here in Madisonville, Kentucky. Today we're going to be looking at my favorite piece of technology, my netbook computer, the Eee Pc 701SD. Now you may see 3 E's in the name and wonder, hey, what's that all about? Well, the 3 E's in the name Eee Pc actually stand for easy to learn, easy to work, and easy to play. I can tell you from personal experience that it is easy to learn, use, and play. The Eee Pc is manufactured by Asus, which is a pretty well-known computer company. They actually introduced the netbook market. The first Eee Pc was the 701-2G, and it came equipped with 512 megabytes of memory, offered a 7-inch screen, a Celeron M processor clocked at 630 megahertz, Wi-Fi, and a 2 gig SSD drive. Asus had to be creative with what they paired that with, so they ended up selling it with a scaled-down version of Xandros Linux, and even though it was scaled down, it still used the majority of the 2 gig SSD drive, so you either had to buy a external hard drive or thumb drives for external storage. Let's go ahead and flash forward to the present. Now, the 701SD model that I'm reviewing today is a kissing cousin to the 701-2G model. Computer I have comes equipped with Windows XP. It offers Wi-Fi, 7-inch screen, and an 8 gig SSD drive. It doesn't have a CD-ROM or DVD burner, but you can buy one, or just use USB flash drives or SDHC cards like I do to install programs or for extra storage. Go ahead and take a look here at the computer. You'll notice that it offers 3 USB ports. We have one here on the left side of the computer. To the left of the USB drive, you'll see the Ethernet port, and right next to the Ethernet port, for those people who are still mired in the Stone Age, it offers a 56K modem. Here we see the headphone jack and the microphone jack. The front of the computer offers chiclet-style keys. You're not going to do much typing on here. The 7-inch screen, of course. The Synaptic touchpad, which I rarely use. I mainly use my USB optical mouse. And of course, on the other side of the computer, we see the other 2 USB ports, one occupied by the optical mouse, and it offers a VGA port if you want to increase your resolution from the native 800 by 480 that's offered by the computer. If you want to plug in an external monitor, you can reach resolution all the way up to 1024 by 768. Also here, forgot to mention, at the side of the computer, we offer an SDHC card for extra storage, 8 gig, which effectively doubles my storage space from 8 to 16 gigabytes. We're going to go ahead and boot her up. By default, this computer boots up rather slow, but Asus includes programs here. Number one, to increase the speed of the processor from 630 to 900 megahertz, and I found an even better program outside of Asus called FlashFire SSD, which allows you to increase your SSD performance even faster. It uses the host RAM to enhance the write performance of the SSD. And it's the difference in the computer booting up in, say, 50 to 55 seconds, which is normal, to about 20-25 seconds, which is what we're seeing here right now. This computer can run Windows 7. I've done it, but Windows 7 requires at least a 1 gig processor, and it does run really, really slow on there. Newer Eee Pc models come equipped with a Intel Atom processor, which of course are stringent enough to handle Windows 7's demands as far as memory and of course processor support. When Microsoft totally ends support for Windows XP, I could still get a lot of life out of this computer by switching over to the Linux operating system. There's several Linux distros that are actually dedicated to the netbook market, and it's not just like a 1 or 2 year purchase. This is actually good for maybe 5, 6 years, depending on how well you treat your computer, of course. If I had to rate this computer using the 5-star method, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. The 7-inch monitor isn't necessarily a turn-off for me. I've actually watched movies here through Netflix and streamed movies before, so so far so good. My only complaints with it would be the really craptacular chiclet keys. But as long as you remember that it's not a workhorse computer, but it's just for surfing, it's portable, 2 pounds, and offers Wi-Fi. You can take it into McDonald's or say Huck's around town and connect to the internet, then you'll do just fine. You can still buy these. Brand new, you're going to pay about $145 for it, or $115 if they're new or used and refurbished, I should say. My advice would be to go ahead and upgrade your memory to the maximum 2 gigs. You can get them for about $35 on eBay. And consider getting either a DVD burner or a DVD external hard drive. If you're on a budget, like me, you can also use these flash drives for storage or installing programs. If you do buy an Eee Pc, I can tell you, you won't regret it. Kind of a cultish thing, I suppose. My wife didn't like it either, but now I think she actually does use this more than I do. GlennCondrey signing out. See you around.